This is supposedly from a spacewalk from the ISS, right? But watch this. This is supposedly from a spacewalk from China. So I guess in China doesn't participate in the ISS because of some government restriction, but they have their own little mini ISS. So they say, but so in China, apparently the Earth is flat, but in America on the ISS, in the United States, apparently there's curvature. So this is just funny. It's contradictory evidence from two different countries, you know? And what people do is they say, well, I think the Earth is a globe, so I don't care what the evidence is. The Earth is a globe, and I'm going to fit whatever evidence I see into my lens that the Earth is a globe. But what are people in China thinking? People in China must be thinking, the Earth is flat. Or they're thinking, the Earth is a globe and it's just so big that we can't see the curvature. People will just make up whatever they can make up to fit whatever narrative they want to fit. But you can't have two spacewalks from two different countries with two totally different curvatures. How is one flat and the other one has a curve if they're up 250 miles, each of them? That doesn't make any sense at all, you know? So when people want to question me and challenge me and tell me I'm stupid, I'm just pointing things out that are pretty obvious, you know? And the way your eyes work, you wouldn't see forever. When things are further away, they get smaller. So when something is further away, even at, for example, 140,000 feet high, your horizon is 500 miles away. So this is supposedly 250 miles high, which I don't even think this picture is even real. I'm just pointing out that there's two different space agencies that have two different curvatures from the same altitude, which just proves that someone is not being honest. Either both of them or one of them. But at the end of the day, everything from below your eyesight goes up, everything from above your eyesight goes down, everything from the left goes right, everything from right goes left, and everything converges to the center point of your vision. That's how perspective works. That's why when you go up high, it's like the further away, everything gets smaller and smaller until the horizon. But, you know, some people really might even say, look, you can see a tiny bit of curvature right there. See, I knew there was a curve. Like, they'll literally just convince themselves of anything. But don't you know that you can see the same distance in all directions, so it creates a circle around you? That's your arc of horizon. You know, that's your personal arc, your personal sphere, you know, because of the way your vision works. That's not curvature. And when they say the horizon rises to eye level, yeah, it rises to eye level, but it's still, even if you're, let's say, 100,000 feet up, you're 100,000 feet higher up than the ground. So obviously it's not going to go right up to your exact eye level. It's just going to rise up to your eye level, towards your eye level, and it's going to be just slightly below your eye level. So I've seen Globers make this argument where they're like, oh my God, that's eye level here, and that's the horizon. There's like a space this big. And they're like, see, it doesn't rise up to your eye level because there's this much space. But that's because the horizon is below your eye level. It just rises up towards your eye level. It doesn't have to be exactly on your eye level if it's below you. If it's above you, it will be above your eye level. If it's below you, it will be below your eye level. If it's at your eye level, it will be at your eye level. That's how perspective works. But everything converges to the center. But, you know, think about it. This right here is closer than this right here. So this isn't at your eye level. This is at your eye level. That's where the horizon goes. The higher up you go, the further you see. But I don't even like to use this picture because honestly, I think this picture is just made up. You know, this could be a high altitude photograph, but then they just added this up here to make it look like they're flying in outer space. I mean, this is just a joke. Seriously, like how you have to take this stuff and you have to be realistic here. And you have to remember, there's millions or billions of bots online that their job is to seek out posts that are against the narratives that are being pushed and to comment and make it look like there's tons of support for these narratives. But there's not. You know, most people in reality that actually believe this stuff, they don't even know anything about it. They believe it because they don't even consider the fact that it could possibly be a lie. So, anyways, just wanted to make this quick video. Dusty Truth signing out. Peace.